The a Cummins Onan commercial 7 kilowatt generator. I love them. They're quiet, they're powerful, reliable. I've had several over the years. This one's probably the best one I've ever had. But there's a design flaw that drives me nuts, and I'm going to reveal it here. When you change the oil, which you have to do about every 200 hours, which in my line of work works out to about about every month and a half, 2 months. There's a little petcock here, and you just open that up. The oil drains through a tube that goes through the floor of the vehicle and out into your sump, into your drain pan. Now, the manufacturer recommends a certain plastic tube, a certain soft plastic tube that they anchor right here, and then they hold it in place with a cinch tie, one of those plastic ties. The problem is the generator puts out so much heat, those things distort or expand and then fall through the floor of the vehicle. I have replaced it 5 times, and each time requires a service stop at the shop. A rather expensive pain in the ass for a 50-cent part. It's a certain kind of a pliable plastic. And I went to change the oil yesterday, and damned if I didn't notice that it had fallen off again. So I said, screw it, I'm going to come up with something else. I unscrewed the entire petcock mechanism. I took one of these plastic cheapy funnels, I cut it in half right here, about where my thumb is. I jammed it down in there, that's what that plastic thing is. So now when I open that petcock, the oil will drain through that wide opening of the plastic funnel. It's a hard plastic, it won't distort, and it certainly won't fall through the hole. And it works like a charm. So I called the manufacturer and I told them, I said, hey, rather than requiring folks to put that plastic tube on there, why don't you try this little method? It works beautifully. And they said, no, we prefer our method because we're afraid that if you open that petcock and the oil doesn't drain fast enough, it will spill over the funnel and then onto the vanes, onto the belt below, and ruin the belt. Well, no, that's not going to happen because the diameter of the funnel that I put in there is wider than the tube you had on in the first place. And I explained to them, I've already spent $400 having this thing fixed in the past, only to have it fall off 5 times. And they reiterated, no, we're sticking, we think our policy is better, our system is better. And I thought, yeah, you know what, considering how much money you've made off me with this Mickey Mouse situation, I'll bet you do. So if you own an Onan marquee, that's your fix. Buy one of these, cut it in half, pull that petcock off of there, jam it down in there, put the petcock back on, and you're fixed. It'll never happen again. You never have to worry about these things falling through. Enough is enough wasting money for people that nickel and dime you for this maintenance.